Athletic two-way wings can be hard to come by in this league. However, the Lakers could be in the market for one at the veteran minimum, which is a very low risk, high reward, and I think can be a steal for the Los Angeles Lakers. And did Jay Williams drop the ball yesterday on ESPN? Or is it already a done deal that J.J Redick will be the next head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers? What's good, y'all? And welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and before we get into everything we have for you for today's video, guys, I want to bring your attention to something. There is 78% of you guys who have recently watched our videos who have yet to subscribe to the channel just yet. And if you guys want more of those Laker updates, Laker news, just every and all things you need for the off season, you guys are going to come right here to Lakers Digest so you guys do not miss any of the action. Now, with that out of the way, guys, let's hop straight into the topics we have for you today, as the Lakers are looking at K.J Martin. So, the Lakers, who could always add the depth, and they could use definitely that in the front court, they're looking at K.J Martin, who is the son of former Nets and Nuggets great Kenyon Martin, as K.J Martin is entering unrestricted free agency in his fourth NBA season, which will likely be on his fourth team, as he played for the Houston Rockets, LA Clippers, and Philadelphia 76ers here in his short NBA stint. And there's a lot of guys like that, especially after their first rookie contract, who don't really find their niche right away in the league, so they have to find it with another team. And this is where the Lakers have actually thrived quite well for themselves the past couple of seasons, as they've done that with guys like Malik Monk and Lonnie Walker, who there were two guys who were both either like ex-lottery guys and were on other teams, and they came to the Lakers and they played great and really made a name for themselves and were able to get their next contracts and really elevate their status in the NBA. And this could be another similar situation for a guy like K.J Martin, as he comes from obviously a great basketball lineage with his dad, Kenyon Martin, being a guy who's played in the NBA for multiple seasons and played well. K.J Martin Jr. is a guy that has all the tools to be a very solid role player. He's a guy that is extremely athletic. He's a guy that can jump out the gym, be a very switchable defender, and then he's also can be a guy that has shown that he can knock down an outside shot. While it hasn't been super consistent, it hasn't all come together for a guy like K.J Martin. Some of that has to do with playing time, some of that has to do with situation, but a lot of the things like that in the NBA sometimes don't really go well for some guys unless they're on the right team in the right situation. And if we look at KJ's stats here, and KJ it's not too great if you're looking at it just from a stats perspective. Just averaged just under 4 points per game, about 2.2 rebounds, under assists, and then shot about 53% from the field and only 28% from three. He is a guy that is definitely more of a project, and he is a person that you have to put in the right situation, I believe, to be successful. As like I said, an athletic guy that can possibly hit the three at a higher clip, but I think he's just got to find some playing time and be able to play his type of game, which is a very athletic, up and down type of pace. And who better to do that within a guy like LeBron James, who loves to hit guys with those head-to-head passes and really give guys a lot of easy buckets. LeBron James has done that in his career with a ton of role players who have come through his teams, and then they get on LeBron James teams and they play well, and then they earn their contracts for the rest of their career. We've seen it with guys like Tristan Thompson, and in the past, guys like Mario Chalmers. So some of these guys who people had second thoughts about, especially before their LeBron James stint, and then when they got on a LeBron James team, they suddenly made a name for themselves right after. So this could be a similar situation for a guy like K.J Martin. I don't, like I said, it's a very low risk type of thing, because if he is going to be signed for the veteran minimum, you're not really giving up huge money to him, and it's possible it's wouldn't be more than 2 seasons. So if it doesn't work out this season, there is a likelihood that the Lakers could trade him, or just let him walk for the following season. So if I'm the Lakers, I would definitely want to do this type of deal, because they tried that last year with Cam Reddish. While there was some good results there at the veteran minimum guy, he played really well during for that first half of the season before he got injured. I believe it was after the in-season tournament. That's where his play really started to dip. But if they can find something in K.J. Martin, a very cheap, low option, and then he's able to make a name for himself, I believe the Lakers could do wonders with a kid like him because he's a guy, like I said, very athletic, can jump out the gym, has shown the ability to knock down the 3-point shot, but not at a consistent rate. So if he is able to fine tune some of those things in his game and just really simplify things and just play hard, essentially, I think he can make a name for himself here for the Los Angeles Lakers. But that kind of leads me on to my next story, where a lot of people have been jumping the gun on this. And to be honest, things could change as this video even drops. So as I'm saying this could be a done deal, or something has changed up entirely, because that's how this whole Lakers coaching search has been. But is Redick to the Lakers a foregone conclusion? So we got something very weird earlier today, or I should say yesterday, as Jay Williams on ESPN was congratulating J.J. Redick for becoming the head coach, even though nothing really official came out. So Jay Williams was on Get Up, and then he was saying this about J.J. Redick and his job, and he said, "Oh, I feel like the Los Angeles Lakers are trying to figure it out with Redick, a first-time head coach. We wish him all the best and all the luck with LeBron James in his twilight years." And that is a very interesting to say for a guy like Jay Williams, who obviously worked with J.J. Redick there at the network at ESPN. So he could know a thing or two about what's going on in the situation, or he could be just jumping the gun. Not really too sure, as there hasn't really been an official word on what happened. They were asked about Shams earlier on the Pat McAfee show, and he said that there isn't an agreement as far as he knows between the Lakers and J.J. Redick. He said that he went into his meeting on Saturday with the Lakers brass, and he was told that the meetings were very impressive, and he is the front runner to be the Lakers head coach, which would make sense for the Los Angeles Lakers, as J.J. Redick, ever since Dan Hurley rejected their offer, kind of seems like the guy to be the next head coach, with the exception of James Borrego. But then him being announced to Cleveland could happen any day by now, as he's a front runner for them. And then also some of the other guys they've interviewed, I don't think they've had them for an in-person interview just yet, because with the exception of Dan Hurley, James Borrego, and J.J. Redick, those are the only three guys that the Lakers brass have met face to face in person. All these other guys have just been within talks or over the phone conversations and just stuff of that ilk. So it seems to be that J.J. Redick is going to be the next head coach. Obviously, nothing official has happened, but that could change by the time either like this video has been put out or has aired. But we'll see what happens here in these next couple of days, because I do believe the Lakers will make a deal to get their next head coach, because the draft is only a week away, and the Lakers have to start fine-tuning some things, especially because they've got some important decisions to make here for this upcoming draft. And this is going to be the first time ever that it's going to be a 2-day draft. So the Lakers going to have to be in lock and step with their coach and their front office and what they're trying to do here in this draft, whether it's to trade that 17th pick, whether going up or down, or trade him for another high value starter type player, or trade down that pick if you want to try to get some of these other players who are in those low 20 ranges or early second round. So the Lakers have a lot of decisions to make here upcoming, so it is very important and vital that they get their coach set into place. And it being J.J. Redick, more than likely, as he's kind of being put out as like the best option there, and then also being the guy with essentially this is his job to lose. That's kind of been the wording around with J.J. Redick and some of the things that he brings to the table. So hopefully the Lakers can finalize things here in the next few days so that they can get ready for this draft and ready for free agency, because after the draft, it's free agency literally right after the corner, and it's going to be a very important season for the Lakers to build, especially if this is J.J. Redick's going to be J.J. Redick's first season, but this is also going to be LeBron's age 40 season. This is also going to be a year where guys like LeBron James and Anthony Davis are coming off of the Olympics, so you have to account for that. And then how are the young guys going to develop and get better? How are guys like Austin Reaves, Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, and Max Christie going to look like next season? All of those questions have got to be answered here in the summer, and then getting that head coach is that first step. But let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think that it is a foregone conclusion that J.J. Redick is the Lakers' next head coach? And what do you guys think about K.J. Martin? Do you guys like an athletic wing type for a very cheap option? Because like I said, like if it works out, then it's great. Then he becomes that Malik Monk, Lonnie Walker type. But if it doesn't work out, then you're not contractually long-term contractually obligated to the player, so you can kind of cut ties with him within a year or trade him. So let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.